He's a four-time champion, a four-time MVP, and the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Statistically, there's no question, LeBron James is one of the greatest to ever play the game, a once-in-a-generation talent who belongs on basketball's Mount Rushmore. And yet for millions of fans, the name LeBron is met with a level of pure hatred usually reserved for the biggest villains in sports. He's loved and hated, adored and despised. This isn't just about team rivalries or a little on-court trash talk. This is something deeper, a story of betrayal, arrogance, and controversy that has followed him for his entire career. This is how key moments, from one televised decision to the birth of the modern super team, turned the chosen one into the ultimate NBA villain. Before the hate, there was the hype. And the hype was on another level. Long before he ever played a single minute in the NBA, LeBron James was already a household name. He was a high school phenom from Akron, Ohio, so dominant that his games were being broadcast on national television. As a junior, he landed on the cover of Sports Illustrated with a headline that felt more like a prophecy, The Chosen One. This wasn't just a cool nickname, it was a coronation. He even had it tattooed across his back, a permanent reminder of the insane expectations piled onto his shoulders. From day one, he was sold as the heir to Michael Jordan, the guy who wouldn't just win rings, but carried the entire league into a new era. The pressure was immense, the scrutiny was suffocating. He wasn't just expected to be great, he was expected to be perfect. For 7 years in Cleveland, he lived up to a huge chunk of that hype. He was a sensation, an MVP, a player who single-handedly dragged the struggling franchise into contention. He was Ohio's native son, carrying the hopes of a city desperate for a champion. And for a while, he was one of the most beloved players in the league. But that love was built on a shaky foundation, and in the summer of 2010, that foundation cracked in the most public way imaginable. July 8, 2010. It's a day burned into the brain of every basketball fan. It's a day the hero officially became the villain. After weeks of insane speculation, LeBron James announced his free agency choice on a 1-hour live ESPN special called The Decision. While the show raised money for charity, it was blasted as a jaw-dropping act of narcissism. For an entire hour, the sports world held its breath, only for LeBron to deliver the now infamous line, "I'm going to take my talent to South Beach and join the Miami Heat."
I'll take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
The backlash was immediate and vicious. In Cleveland, fans poured into the streets to burn his jersey. The team's owner, Dan Gilbert, published a wide-open letter, written in Comic Sans of all fonts, calling LeBron's move a cowardly betrayal. But the anger wasn't just in Ohio. Across the league, fans and analysts ripped into him. He was labeled disloyal for ditching his hometown team. He was called arrogant for turning his free agency into a primetime spectacle. And worst of all, he was branded a ring chaser, someone who wasn't willing to win on his own, so he teamed up with superstars Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh to take a shortcut to a title. The numbers tell the whole story. Before The Decision, LeBron's public likability rating was among the highest in all of sports. Afterwards, it plummeted, making him one of the most disliked athletes overnight. This single event created the blueprint for all the hate that would follow. It wasn't just that he left, it was how he left. He misread the room so badly that he completely torched his public image, transforming from a beloved hero into a symbol of modern athlete entitlement. The villain was born. If The Decision was the spark, the Miami Heat welcome party was a full-blown inferno. Standing on stage with smoke machines and laser lights, LeBron, Wade, and Bosh were introduced like rock gods. It was here that LeBron made his next famous or infamous promise. He grabbed the mic and told the screaming crowd they were there to win championships. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. That moment captured everything his critics hated. It screamed arrogance. He hadn't played a single game in a Heat jersey, but was already promising a dynasty that would last a decade. The rally cemented the Heatles as the NBA's new evil empire and LeBron as its emperor. Many fans felt that forming this super team violated the unwritten rules of competition. Old school legends, including Michael Jordan, chimed in, saying that real competitors wanted to beat their rivals, not join them. The hate created a level of scrutiny we'd never seen before. Every loss was a cause for celebration for his detractors. His shocking meltdown in the 2011 NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks was treated like divine justice. The mighty super team was humbled, and LeBron himself played horribly, looking like he was shrinking from the moment. It was the ultimate "I told you so" for everyone who doubted him. And while he did eventually win 2 championships in Miami, the damage was done. He had become the villain, and in doing so, had created an army of fans who would root for his failure no matter what. For a lot of fans, the hate for LeBron is tied directly to one man, Michael Jordan. The debate over who is the greatest of all time, the GOAT, is one of the biggest battlegrounds in sports. For Jordan purists, every one of LeBron's achievements is a threat to MJ's legacy, and it's their job to defend it. They point to Jordan's perfect 6-0 finals record as the ultimate trump card, arguing he never would have left Chicago to team up with his rivals. This constant comparison means a huge chunk of the hate sent LeBron's way isn't really about him at all. It's about protecting Jordan's throne. So when LeBron himself threw his own hat in the ring, claiming his 2016 title win over the 73-win Warriors made him the greatest of all time, he poured gasoline on the fire. To his critics, it was just more proof of his arrogance. This intense pressure also puts his on-court behavior under a microscope. LeBron has been hammered for flopping, exaggerating contact to get a foul call. Seeing a player built like a tank crumble to the floor is seen by many as soft and unsportsmanlike. His constant complaining to the referees is another huge source of annoyance for viewers, who see it as whining. While plenty of players do these things, for LeBron, it all feeds a narrative that he's a crybaby who isn't as tough as the old school legends he's compared to. As his career went on, the criticism evolved. It stopped being just about his game and started being about his power. He earned the nickname Le GM, suggesting he's the one really in charge, acting as a de facto general manager who calls the shots on trades and coaching hires. This narrative paints him as a puppet master who undermines the front office and gets rid of teammates and coaches as soon as they are no longer useful. His decision to become a powerful voice off the court has been a double-edged sword. He used his massive platform to speak on social issues, which has alienated a portion of fans who want athletes to just shut up and dribble. At the same time, his attempts to control his own message have sometimes backfired. He has been accused of hypocrisy, most notably from his cautious comments regarding the NBA's conflict with China, which many saw him as protecting his business interests over his stated values. It was a rare misstep that gave his critics a powerful new argument that his activism was selective. For all his genius on the court, managing his own public image has often been his greatest challenge. So, what's the final verdict on LeBron James? His story is a wild mix of incredible success and massive PR blunders. From the second he was named the chosen one, he was put on a pedestal so high he was bound to fall off in some people's eyes. His entire career has challenged our ideas of loyalty, competition, and what we expect from our heroes. What do you think? Is the hate for LeBron justified? Or is he just a victim of a media machine that loves to build people up just to tear them down? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into the biggest stories in sports, make sure you like this video and subscribe. Ultimately, the animosity towards LeBron is a combination of everything: the betrayal of the decision, the arrogance of the Heatles era, the never-ending GOAT debate, and a series of self-inflicted wounds in the public eye. He became the perfect villain for the 24/7 sports news cycle. A player so great he can't be ignored, and so polarizing he'll never be universally loved. Perhaps the hate is just a price you pay for 2 decades of dominance. The only question left is how he'll be remembered when it's all said and done.